What kind of stuff sells within a month of being listed? Stay tuned and I'll share with you.
Won't nobody love you the way they should. Won't nobody check up on you, make sure you're good. Won't nobody check those body tremors for your neck.
Hi everyone, my name is Becky Park and I am a part-time reseller on various reselling platforms. And on this reselling YouTube channel, I like to talk about different reselling tips and tricks, as well as share with you some thrift hauls and what sold videos. And today's video is kind of like all three of those topics in one video, because what I'm going to do is revisit an older thrift haul video from about a month ago where I picked up 12 items for $50. And what we're going to do is see which of those 12 items have sold now that it's been a little over a month. And what we're going to discover together is which of those 12 items sold fairly quickly within the span of 1 month since I filmed that thrift haul video. This way you can see what kinds of things are selling quickly, at least for me, and I can share with you any tips or tricks that I may have regarding why I think some of these things sold so quickly. Furthermore, there are a few other people who actually took a course that I have on growing your YouTube channel who have made this same video. So a month ago, they did a thrift haul of things that they got for $50 to resell themselves on places like Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, wherever. And they are doing a follow-up video just like I am, sharing with you what items sold within that month period of posting that haul video from about a month ago to November 30th. Where are they today in regards to selling through those items? So I'm really excited to share with you, and I thought that the way I would do it is show you the old video and interject within the video to share which of those items sold, how much they sold for, what platform they sold on, and all that good stuff. If you enjoy content like this, definitely make sure that you hit that subscribe button, and definitely make sure that you check out all of the videos from the other content creators. I'll have them linked down below, because that way you can learn about so many different brands and styles and things that are selling pretty quickly for different people, and it'll give you a good idea of what kinds of things to be on the lookout when you're at the thrift store. So without further ado, let's jump right in.
I'll start off with this item right here. This isn't like the most exciting thing to me. It's like a buffalo plaid black and white pencil skirt. It's got like, I don't know if it's real leather or faux leather. I can look it up really easily and quickly here. But the brand is Talbot's. Talbot's has become a favorite brand of mine. It's a really great bread and butter brand. It is a mall brand, but my God, it does really well for me. And it's in a good size. It's in a size 14 petite, and it is new with tags. This baby retailed for $99, which is insane to me. And it is made of a wool blend. So again, you know, when you're thinking about seasonality, wool is definitely a fabric that people are reaching for in the fall and winter months.
So I remember not being super excited about picking this up because Talbot's does sell well for me, but it tends to sit a little bit. However, I wasn't finding like the most amazing stuff at this thrift store, so I just went ahead and picked up this skirt. My average cost of goods came out to $4.29 per item. So this skirt sold for my full asking price of $39.99, basically the day it was listed or the day after. It sold on eBay, and I made a profit once you factor in eBay's fees, the $4.29 cost of goods. I made a profit on that skirt of $31.22. That was my first thing to sell. I was ecstatic and over the moon, and I was like, I got this. Like, I got this in the bag. I do not have it, but I mean, I felt really good because of this sale.
So this is a pair of Carhartt jeans. The back like leather tag is in really, really great shape. And these are lined. They're like flannel lined. This is another pair of Carhartt, and this I think these are vintage. The tag is older, and I don't know, I feel like this one for sure is vintage. These are in the traditional fit, and they are in a size 44 by 30, so again, a little bit bigger of a size. These are more of a lighter wash. It's a Bulls sweatshirt.
So this is the item that I was like, if it doesn't sell, I'm not going to feel horrible about it because I would like to keep it. It did sell, however. It sold for $30 on Poshmark. I had it listed for $35, got a super reasonable offer of $30, and I happily accepted it. And so I made a profit of $16.45 on that once you factor in Poshmark's fees and my cost of goods. That one sold on November 13th. I don't think that I had it listed right away, so I think really it was only listed for maybe around a week or two before it sold, which again was bittersweet because I wouldn't have minded keeping that sweater. Chicago Bulls stuff is doing amazing right now because the Chicago Bulls are doing amazing and because Chicago Bulls is just an iconic NBA basketball team.
This is vintage Talbots. This is a size 14, but again, it's like vintage 14. I believe that this is made of 100. This is a very ridiculous piece as I look at it. Yeah, it is like wool and nylon for the exterior. So another wool piece, but look at this. So I believe it's a maxi skirt. And it kind of just looks like you're wearing a scarf over your legs. It's got, you know, like the fringe at the bottom. Like it really looks like a scarf from here, right? But it's a skirt. So this is just a pair of kids snow boots. They wanted $3.99 for them. And I believe the brand is just like Land's End or something. Yeah, this is Land's End.
So this one was infuriating because when I went back to watch this video to see what kinds of items I had picked up to see what had sold for this video, I realized this was not listed anywhere. Why isn't this listed anywhere? This is the perfect item to have listed for this season because like you're gonna see, boots are selling really well right now. So I definitely did myself a disservice by not getting this up. And furthermore, what this showed too is that I have to be more careful about how I process my inventory. And what I mean by that is this pair of boots is currently sitting in my, like guest room closet, which is where I put all of the shoes that have been photographed and listed. These got photographed, they did not get listed. And yet they're sitting over there as if someone's gonna come and buy them somehow because the pictures live on my phone. It cannot get purchased if it's not listed. So what I did was immediately when I noticed that these boots were not listed anywhere yet, I went ahead and listed them and cross-listed them. I highly doubt that they're gonna sell by the time this video goes up, but one can dream.
The next thing I got was this pair of black oh, look at that sparkle. These black sparkly glittery Uggs. They are in a smaller size. They're in a size 5.
So I listed these for $50 and pretty quickly I got an offer, I believe, of $35. They sold on November 10th on Poshmark. And so my profit, once you factor in fees and my cost of goods, came out to $23.71. UGG does pretty well. These probably would have done even better for me if they were in a women's size, but they were in a youth size 5. So that was one thing to take into consideration. They were also a little bit faded, but you know, I just made sure to note that in the description, and I got 5 stars on the transaction. Everything was good to go. In general, boots are selling really, really well right now, and boots for kids are selling well. I feel like a lot of times women and men, you know, will buy boots and we will invest in them because we plan on wearing them for a very long time. You can't do that with kids though, because their gosh darn feet just keep growing. And so while I know people have their thoughts about reselling kids' clothes and shoes and whatnot, I think kids' boots, especially like snow boots, functional boots, are a really smart choice when it comes to sourcing because kids need them every year. Their feet grow every year. Like very rarely can they go from one winter to the next in the same set of boots. So if you're able to source children's boots for pretty cheap, you are able to move them pretty well.
Kind of keeping with the theme, these are a pair of, I don't know how to say this brand, Kamik, I don't know. Who knows how to say the name of this brand? If you do, please tell me. These were $5.99. These are, again, snow boots. It's a great snow boot brand.
Speaking of boots, this is probably my second fastest flip of the 12 items. These sold for $25 on Facebook Marketplace. Again, I think the day I listed them or the day after. And because Facebook Marketplace has such low fees, my cost of goods came out to $19.46. And those sold on October 28th. Kamik, it's a really great snow boot brand, definitely something that sells pretty well for me. One thing I will say about Facebook Marketplace is that for the most part, I feel like it is in your favor to price to sell. When I list stuff on Poshmark, I'm always adding maybe an extra 20 to 30% on top of my listing price of what I, am comfortable accepting as far as offers are concerned, because the majority of sales that are made on Poshmark are made through offers, whether it's an offer that you send out to likers or whether it is an offer that someone just sends to you. Very rarely do I make full price sales on Poshmark because that's just kind of the culture of Poshmark is to make and send offers. offers. However, on Facebook Marketplace, I feel like the majority of my sales have come from people just buying my items outright, even if I turn on the option for people to send me offers on Facebook Marketplace. So in my opinion, I think it makes sense to drop the price a little bit on your listings if you tend to inflate the price just a little bit on, platforms like Poshmark. But I think it makes more sense on Facebook Marketplace to price at market value, like to price at what people are actually buying items for, because the culture over on Facebook Marketplace isn't really one of sending offers as of right now. And because there's not really an option either for you to send offers to people, like Facebook Marketplace will let you know, like, oh, someone's watching your item or whatever, but it's just different. And so in my opinion, I feel like if you can price to sell, you're gonna make more sales on Facebook Marketplace. And that's something that I'm gonna have to kind of get back into the habit of adjusting when it comes to my price, when it comes to cross-listing from List Perfectly to Facebook Marketplace.
I got this pair of just like really plain brown Crocs. There was no price on them, so I asked her at the register. This was another one of those like maybe things in case I just needed something to put me, into that $50 range. So she was like $4.99, and I was like, okay, that's fine.
Another case of realizing that while this item has been photographed, it's not listed. I never listed it. So again, I stopped everything that I was doing, listed these shoes. Maybe they'll sell within the next, handful of hours before I edit this video, but probably not.
These are a pair of men's Chaco sneakers. You can see where it says Chaco right there. They are in a men's size 11, and they are in amazing, amazing, amazing condition.
So I was really excited to find these at this thrift store because Chaco is not a brand that I find super often, although I feel like it's something that I'm finding more and more, which is great because it's a really great brand. I had these listed for $50. I got an offer on eBay for these for $35, which, I wasn't super excited about accepting that offer, but also the offer was kind of in line with, comps for this particular style. I mean, there were some selling for a little bit more. Some had sold for less. So they were right in the middle of what comps were saying, these shoes were going for. I guess I just wanted more because I felt like they were in really great condition. However, for the sake of this challenge and for the sake of, accepting reasonable offers, I just went ahead and accepted it. And so my profit on those shoes was $23, and those sold on November 12th.
This is another item that I got. They wanted $4.99 for these Vans. I don't know if these Vans came with these bright green shoelaces, but I'm kind of digging it. I got these Keen, kind of like Mary Jane flats. I don't think they're particularly very cute or anything, but Keens are a really good seller. Again, these are a little bit smaller of a size. Actually, they're not that small. They're a size 7.
I was pretty surprised by this sale. I didn't think that these would sell as quickly as they did. They sold on Halloween. So I think these were the third quickest flip of the lot. These sold for $30. I think I had them listed at $50 as well, but they sold for $30 via an offer that was sent to me, and my profit on those was $22.37. That was actually an international sale. I don't know where it went, but I do know that they purchased these through the global shipping program, which allows you to have your eyes seen internationally, which is pretty cool. And it's really nice for the buyer because all you really have to do is get the item over to the global shipping program kind of headquarters in Kentucky. And if you're covering shipping, which I never do, I always have the buyer pay for shipping, but you're only paying for it to get to, Kentucky, which isn't very far from me. It gets there quickly and it doesn't cost a lot to get it shipped over there. That being said, it is a lot more of a financial burden on the buyer. They have to pay a lot more than if you were to just ship directly to them in whatever country it is that they live in. So that's something to, consider. I know that there are lots of debates over this in regards to, some eBay sellers feeling like global shipping program is the way to go, whereas some eBay sellers refuse to go through the global shipping program because they feel like they actually get more eyes on their item from international buyers if they don't go through the global shipping program because it is so expensive for buyers. So lots of different ways to think about it, but because I'm not like an eBay pro or expert yet, I like the ease of the global shipping program, and literally you just like click a button and then all these people all over the world can see your item, which is pretty cool. So I had picked up 12 items at this thrift store for this particular $50 thrift haul challenge, and of the 12 items I sold 6 things. Now I like to think that I've only sold 6 out of 10 things because, like I told you, I realized today that 2 of the 12 weren't even listed. So having a 60% sale through rate, I feel like that's pretty good within a month. Those are some of the things that were selling really well for me. As you can see, a lot of the shoes just sold really quickly right out the gate. And the things that I'm still holding on to are like jeans, a skirt, things of that nature. So, read into that what you want, but that's one of the reasons I love selling shoes, and especially shoes that are appropriate for whatever season it is at that time, because those are things that people are buying. In terms of how much I made, my gross sales from those 6 items was $195, but what we're actually going by is how much money we got to put in our bank account because of these sales. So the number I'm going to read to you right now is the amount that I actually earned after you subtract any platform fees, any shipping, and my cost of goods per item. So $4.29 times 6, because we're operating off of an average cost of goods. So the amount of profit that I made from those 6 items was $136.21, which I don't think is that bad off of an initial $50 investment after a month has gone by. Obviously, I have not seen anyone else's videos yet because they're currently being made and edited, and they're going to be published on the same day as mine. But I'm really excited to go and watch all of the other videos that are in this collaboration because I want to see how everyone did. Everyone had such a different strategy when it came to sourcing for this collaboration. Some people were really smart and they went to the bin, so they got like a ton of stuff for their $50. Because the closest bins to me are about 2.5 hours away, I didn't have the time to do that in time for this collaboration, but I mean, I'm sure that those people sold through a lot of their stuff. I'm almost positive that I did not win this thing, but what's going to happen is once we figure out who the winner is, everyone who didn't win, so the losers, we are going to send one thrifted item to the winner so that they have some goodies that they can list themselves, and hopefully they'll make a video showing you what it is that we sent them. So that's everything I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button because it does help other people find this video and discover my channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, if maybe you discovered my channel because of one of the other people within this collaboration, first of all, thank you so much for checking me out, and I do hope you consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye!